Hey everybody, it's Tom Huseby here, and I got my business partner Dylan Hastings on the line with us. We're going to do a training tonight for Ingresso Cybernetico, and we're talking about how to develop a strategy that can make your IC business thrive. So, Dylan, you want to lead us off in the training?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks everyone for being here tonight. If everybody could just let us know, just if you could type one in the box there, just let us know that you can see our screen okay and that you can hear us okay. That'd be great.
Awesome.
All good?
I don't see anything in here, so I don't know if I can see them or not. Can you see any on your end?
All right. Hold on just a second, guys. Give me 1 second. Yes, everybody can see us okay. All right. All right. So tonight we want to talk a little bit about the strategy on building your Ingresso Cybernetico business. Now, guys, we're going to show you one or maybe two ways on how to do this. You can do it in multiple ways. There's not any perfect way in building your Ingresso Cybernetico business, your IC business. Okay. We're just going to show you and give you some recommendations as to how to do it to see the most success and to make, to have your team members win a lot quicker, get some more money back in their hands a lot quicker than sooner than later is what I mean. All right. We're going to use this template for tonight. We don't want to, this is not an opportunity call. This is a training call. So we want to talk a little bit again about the strategy. So we all know, or you should know, if you're now in Ingresso Cybernetico, there are 6 business centers. Okay. There's a 50, a 100, a 300, a 500, 1500, and a 3500. Now, the ideal way of coming into Ingresso Cybernetico is to go all in if you can. All right, that's a $10,500 payout, or actually, I'm sorry, that's a $10,500 payout. However, for the $3,500 level, but I can't remember the total. I think it's like 6,000. Tom, do you remember the
I'll add
number?
it up. Just keep talking. I'll add it up. I
Oh,
think it's
okay.
like right around 6 grand.
that 10,500 number just threw me off. But so guys, the it's about 6,000 some odd dollars to go all in. Now that is obviously the ideal way to go. Are people going to come in at that level or all in? Probably not. I mean, 90% of the people, 95% of the people are going to come in typically around the 300, the 100, and the $50 levels. Now that kind of brings up a good point. What we suggest.
6250 if you do everything with the President's Club right now.
6250. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So again, guys, that's all in. Now that's obviously the recommended way to come in and build your business because you have all business centers. You only pay them once. And as you cycle, obviously you're going to make back that money a lot quicker. You're going to be in profit a lot quicker and you're going to make a lot more money quicker as well. So, but let's say you can't afford that. And again, most people can't afford that when they come into this business, right? What is the second best way to come in? Well, obviously, what you want to do is pick whatever business centers that you can afford. We don't want people to take money off their table, or the money off the out of their budget to take food off the table. Basically, is we want you to basically wherever you're comfortable. Okay, we want you to come in at. Now we suggest that you come in at the 300, the 100, and the 50. All right. Now, why do we suggest that? Because for one, there's only 6 business centers. Okay, you've got a total of you're already going to own 3 of the business centers. Now, I'm not telling you to come in at all 3 of them just because of the money that you can make. I'm also telling you to come in at all 3 of those because of the actual products that you receive, and you get a lot more. You can leverage a lot more of the products. Okay, based on the business centers that you're in. So the higher the business center, obviously, the more products you have and the more products that are at your disposable, meaning the more you can probably, the more you can grow your Ingresso Cybernetico business, really, okay? If you come in at just a $50 level, then the hosting, okay, for example, all right, you don't receive hosting at the $50 level. However, you do receive a lot of the other products and services that Ingresso Cybernetico offers. One of the ways to now, let's just say, guys, for example, you own the 300, you owe the 100, you own the 50. All right. If you duplicate that, obviously, instead of just cycling one board, okay, which is a great task and it's a lot of fun, but at the same time, if you cycle all 3 at the same time, you're going to get people a lot more excited. They're going to have a higher belief level in what they're doing, and they're going to be in profit a lot quicker. Okay. Now, let's just say, for example, you can't come in at those three levels. All right, then you basically just keep scaling it down. Scale it down for somebody. Don't start somebody out at the $50 level and talk about the $50 level, because guess what, guys? When you talk about it and you tell people that you're coming in at just the $50 level, what are they going to do? They're going to do what you did. All right, they're going to do what you're doing. And if you keep telling everybody that you're coming in at just the $50 level just to try to get somebody to sign up, you're going to fail. Okay, it's not. I'm not saying you're going to fail 100%, but it's not a good strategy to build your Ingresso Cybernetico business. All right, you want to start out at the 300, the 100, and the 50, and then work your way down. Really, okay? Because again, about 5% of those people that you talk to are going to be able to, if you tell them $6,200 to $6,250, whatever it is, those people are going to basically, you're going to get some people that are going to come in at those levels, believe it or not, but you're not going to get everybody that comes in at those levels. So, again, kind of work it out with yourself and figure out in your team what is best for you in growing your IC business. Now, we've had questions in the past where somebody says, "Well, I can only afford the $50 level, and I've got a few extra $100. What do you suggest that we do? Should we buy into the President's Circle? Should we do this? Should we do that?" And honestly, guys, we always recommend you start with the $50 level. All right. And some people ask, "Well, why would you recommend that if somebody's just got a few $100?" The reason for that is because the $50 level, your first $25 membership fee for the month is waived. Okay, remember that the $50 that you pay for the Entrepreneur Business Center, your $25 is actually paid for you. Okay, you don't have to pay that out of pocket your first month. Now, we've had people come in at just the $100 or the $300 level, and if you guys go into your back office, you'll see. Let's say you pretend just that you're going to sign up again, all right, and that you're going through the steps. You'll see that if you just select the $100 level, guess what? You got to pay the $25 membership. So I personally don't recommend that somebody never comes in at the $50 level. If somebody's got enough money to come in at the 100 and the 300, they really need to come in at that $50 level. They're going to save themselves $25, or they're going to cost themselves $25, one or the other, depending on whatever situation that they decide to go with. So that's my suggestion with the business centers. Okay, now let's get into talking about sponsorship. All right, this business, guys, does not require you to have to be a very strong recruiter. Okay, you don't have to go out and you don't have to go out and try to recruit 100 people. All right, now if you can recruit 100 people, great. But if you can only recruit, let's say, actually, let me back up. Let's just say whenever you start a business, the best thing to do is set goals. Okay, to set a goal that you can achieve. Now, we're not saying people get excited about a business, all right, and people start that it's their first time. They're writing out their goals, and they write out their goals. They want to sponsor 10 people in their first month. Okay, is it a realistic goal? Yes. Is it a goal that you may be able to hit? I don't know. Every person is different. However, do not make goals, especially when you're trying to first get started. Don't make goals that are going to make yourself discouraged. What we recommend that you start with, okay, is start in steps and work your way up to where we believe that you should be. Okay, and that is to really set your goal. If there are people on this call tonight that are not already in Ingresso Cybernetico, okay, what we suggest, or if maybe you've just signed up, what we suggest that you do is to definitely get out a piece of paper, make sure you're writing out your goals and what you want to accomplish with this business. I would do that with any business that you're doing, because if you do not write it down, you will not achieve it. It's been proven time and time again that if you do not have goals and you do not write them down, the chances of you achieving it are very slim. Okay. We recommend that you write your first goal out. Let's say for your first week, okay, you want to set a goal of sponsoring 2 people in your first week. And that's what's recommended. Set a goal to sponsor 2 people within your first week. Some people do that in minutes. Some people do it as soon as they sign up. Some people take a few days. Some people take a month. It doesn't make any difference, guys. These are just goals. We're not saying you have to do that, obviously. 2 people first week. Now, once you hit that goal, don't stop there. A lot of people get in the rut where they actually they accomplish their goal, their short-term goal, and then they stop because they want to help their team. All right. We highly, highly recommend that you help your team. However, do not stop with that goal until, and I'll tell you in just a second what we recommend, where we recommend that you basically can stop and start helping your team. And then obviously we don't want you to stop forever, but the best thing to do is, again, start with 2 first week. Second week, set your second week goal. All right. Sponsor another 2 people. Okay, that's 4 people, obviously, that you personally sponsored. And then your third week, sponsor another 2 people. Okay, it's very, very simple. Just focus on 2 people each week, and you can do that forever if you want to, which is recommended, because you don't want to sit there and wait for people to fill your matrices, your 2x2 matrices to cycle, guys. We've learned out of trial and error in the past that you want to work with the people that are working, okay, and you want to help the people that need help, but you don't want to build somebody's business for them, okay. If you do that, you will fail. It's been proven, because what will happen is you're going to spend all your time and effort helping somebody that doesn't want to help themselves. It doesn't work. It's never worked. We've tried it, and you will fail. You will fail at it. Now, you will have success for a short period of time, but eventually you'll hit a wall, and unfortunately you won't go any further unless you pick it back up and start working yourself again and work with the people that are working. So now, why did I say 2 people by 2 people by 2 people? And the reason is within your first 3 weeks of being an Ingresso Cybernetico, you want to make it a goal to sponsor 6 people personally. Okay, 6 people personally. And the reason I say that is because it takes 6 people to cycle your own matrix. Okay, each business center is 6 positions that you have to fill, whether it be yourself or your team, in order to cycle that matrix to make whatever business center whatever each business center pays out. Right? If you personally sponsor 6 people, then at that point you can go back and start focusing on some of your team that is sponsoring people to get them to 6 people. Okay. Now, in the example on the website, a lot of times you guys may have seen this before. If not, we're gonna make sure everybody gets this. Now, we're not going to send this link out tonight because I think there's been some changes to this, but we'll get the proper link for the president's. I think there's been some changes to the president's circle a little bit, so we'll get the correct link out to you guys. If you've never seen this document before, this is a document that you guys can use to build your business as well. So it's kind of like a 1-pager. All right, it's very clean. It's very easy to follow along. So, all right. So let's say you've got these 6 people. Now, in the illustration on the company slideshow, it shows 4 people. Okay, you can see there's 4 people. They always use the illustration 4 people because honestly, guys, if you look at this illustration for your residuals, all right, 4 people who get 4, who get 4, who get 4, who get 4 down 5 levels, you're making $1,396 a month. That's the reason why you do not want to stop at 2. Okay, we've played with that in the past as far as sponsoring just 2 people who get 2, who get 2, who get 2. Yes, that's a short-term goal, but longevity-wise, your cycling bonuses are great, but the money really, guys, is made in the residuals. Okay, the money is made in the residual income. This is money that can be paid to you month after month, whether you're here to sponsor people or work the business or not. Okay, cycling, okay, or filling your matrices. Okay, I hate to use that word cycling because honestly, this is not really a cycler. This is a company that offers cycling bonuses with a residual and fast start bonuses. So I don't recommend using the word cycler, but let's say you do. Let's say you're on vacation, all right, guys, because these cycling bonuses are only going to happen whether somebody is bringing new people in, okay, or you're personally sponsoring somebody, okay. This is upfront money, which is all great and everything. I mean, you guys can see the payouts. Obviously, it's a lot of money, but the money is really made, guys. Where you want to be focusing is the residuals, okay? You really want to focus, once you get your 6 people, you want to really focus on the residuals. Now, guys, I said 6 people. This is sponsoring 4 who get 4 who get 4 who get 4. Just think if you sponsored 6 who get 6 who get 6 who get 6. That number right there would replace your full-time income more than likely at your job, okay? That's 5 levels, 6 by 6 by 6, down 5 levels. That's exciting. Okay. Let's pause just for a second. Tom, is there any questions, or if anybody has any questions, let's go ahead and answer those now. And Tom, if you want to add anything, please.
Yeah, I can't see the questions. You have to tell me what they say. I guess wherever the settings are right here, I can't see them. But
Okay,
yeah,
I'll
so
look at
far,
them
I
here in
mean,
just a second.
I don't think you should stop at any one point. Is the only thing I want to add, Dylan. I think your goal is 2 a week. That's great and everything, but and then once you start getting people, you want to kind of plug them into the system and the training and help them get their stuff. But I don't think you ever really stop and start again. That's where you hurt yourself.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I didn't mean stop permanently. I mean that you can definitely take a break. Once you hit your 6 people, you don't want to stop personally recruiting yourself. However, you do want to make sure that you're helping the people that are working the business that maybe have some obstacles or challenges that they need help with or something like that. Maybe they need one more person to cycle. Well, guess what, guys? Always remember that these 6 people are going to follow you into your next business center. Okay, so it's not a disadvantage to go out and help this person right here get their last person. Okay, or this person to get their last person, because guess what? All these people, as they fill up these matrices, are going to follow you into the next matrix. Okay, it's a follow me. All right, 2 by 2 matrix. So just remember that, and that's the reason why I think 6 is the magic number, because, and now I personally recommend a lot more than 6, but let's just say, you get 6. 6 is definitely a magic number. 4 is even a magic number. All right. It doesn't really matter. It's as long as you've got at least 2 people that you've personally sponsored, you know that those 2 people are always going to follow you. Okay. 6 is great because it fills up this matrix, and you'll always have those 6 people following you. If you have 12, even better, because that means that if one person's team is kind of struggling just a little bit, maybe somebody down here, okay, is going to town, and they're going to jump over and jump onto your next matrix. Okay, and there again, it's always a follow me. So let's say this guy here did not fill his matrix, but this guy did. All right, he's going to jump over and help you fill your matrix. All right. But once you cycle again, or this gentleman cycles again, this guy comes over to the other board. This guy's going to start following this person again. Okay. So not to get too into that tonight, because this is just a strategy session as far as how to build your business. Um, but again, guys, 6 people is really the sweet spot. 4 people is your target. 2 people is your short term goal, I guess, is to simplify it. And Tom, do you want to add anything to that, buddy?
Just 6 people that are actively working the business. You know what I mean? If you get people
Yeah,
that aren't staying active and they're not paying their 25 a month, then you need to go until you have 6 people that are actively working their business.
absolutely. Now, guys, one thing, I don't know where we're at time, but one of the other things that I want to mention is with the residuals. Now, we're not gonna get into the President's Circle. We're not gonna get into the President's Circle strategies tonight, because we're actually going to talk about that on Thursday night's training. And we'll talk a lot more about that, because there's a lot of things with that President's Circle and the car bonuses that a lot of people really probably don't know about, and ways to build your business, to leverage your team, and to get a lot of more money back in your pocket very, very quickly. So definitely stay tuned on Thursday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for that one. But for tonight, we want to talk a little bit about the residual income, because again, residual income is where you want it to be, right? The problem with this is it's not really a problem, but like Tom was just saying, when we talk about sponsoring 6 people, those 6 people you want to make sure are active in the business. Okay, if you get somebody that has sponsored maybe one person, okay, and that's when one of those that's one of your 6 people. Okay, they sponsored one person, they decided not to do the business anymore, and they're not paying their $25. Well, guess what, guys? That person, if you help them, if you get them cycled and you help them cycle, they're not going to make any money. Okay, the company does
Yep.
not pay somebody for cycling if they're not active. So if you go out into your back office right now and you click on your team listing, okay, and you click on, I think if you just look down, drill down just a little bit, it'll tell you who's active, who's not active, who's registered, who is not registered or paid yet, all that great stuff. If you look and see that your team is inactive, okay, all your team is inactive, guess what? This residual is not going to happen for you. you want to make sure when you're sponsoring people that you work again with the people that want to work the business. Because if you spend a lot of time with somebody that's not going to pay the $25, guess what? You've wasted a lot of time on that person, because even if you were to go out and sponsor some people for them and they cycle, they're not going to make any money on that cycle, on that cycling bonus. Okay. If they fill their matrix, or even if somebody else filled their matrix for them, they're not going to make any money. And it's sad because we've actually had that happen to people. And we definitely, this is a business to make money, and this is a business to utilize the products to build any business that we want to online, and to share this share this business with other people so that they can get out of the situation maybe that they're in currently financially. So I hate that for people. I don't really like it that they didn't take the time to pay the $25 to stay active in their business, but it does happen. Just make sure that you guys stay on top of your team members as far as as far as their activities on a weekly basis. You want to touch base with your team on a weekly basis.